Hi, this is Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this is another Cooking with Kenshin1913 Super Bowl edition. Today we're going to be making a special what?
It's a beef and cheese, I don't know if you would call it a dip casserole, but it's very, very tasty.
Yeah, and it's delicious, or a great thing to bring to your Super Bowl party.
Okay, so first off, we're going to need a pound of chopped meat.
Yeah.
You can use lean 80% or 85% because you're going to be draining out any of the oil that's in it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We're using 1 sleeve of onion soup mix.
Mm-hmm.
We are using Monterey Jack cheese. This happens to be a 16 ounce. Or you would use 2 8-ounces.
Right.
So you need a pound of it.
Yeah, we gotta shred that.
We're using 1 package, 8 ounces of cream cheese.
Mm-hmm.
And we're using sour cream. This is a pound container. We're using half of that, so that's 8 ounces.
Right. And so what we're going to start off doing, because the thing that takes the longest is shredding cheese. And then we'll start frying our meat.
Okay, here's our shredded Monterey Jack. I don't know if this comes shredded in the grocery store, so you're going to need to have the old-fashioned shredder. Hopefully you know what that looks like. It's
We've shown it.
It's a cheese shredder. Okay. So we're going to put this to the side, and we're going to start frying up our meat.
Yeah, so now one thing you also want to do is preheat your oven to 350 degrees. But yeah, one thing about this recipe is this meat part here is kind of plain. I mean, you could, depending on if you end up making it and you like it yourself, if you want to jazz up the meat, be my guest. We might add a little, you don't really need to add any salt because there's a lot in that onion soup mix, and the only thing I could think really to throw in there maybe is like some onion powder, but we're already going to have onion powder. So yeah, just
you could add some hot to it if you like it. You know, you can add chili flakes, or you can add some Tabasco sauce, I guess, if you'd like.
Yeah, see,
and mix it up. But
I was thinking of doing like a little bit of a smoky flavor and put a little smoked paprika in there, but we'll have to see. But yeah, this recipe originated from my brother, Steven, Ranger Fan 3035 on the internet with me. And yeah, hopefully we will get him in one of these videos pretty soon. His technique, or his 2 recipes that he is really, really good. Well, one recipe he's really good at, and one that he's pretty good at is chicken cordon bleu is the one he does really good, and I hope to get him on to show us how to make that. And 2, the other one is what is it? Apple cider donuts, which are delicious, and they are no fry apple cider donuts. They're very, very good. So anyways, enough blabbing. We'll come back when the meat is all brown.
Okay, so our chopped meat is all browned up, and you can see the juice that came from it. It's not a lot of fat in this because this, as I mentioned, there's a very lean chopped meat, but you do get water from it as it's cooking down. So I always have a can around the house that I put excess oil in.
Yeah.
So I'm just removing
the majority of the grease.
Of that.
Yeah. Water, whatever the heck it is. Some of it is a little water. Some of it is grease. And yeah, there's a tip that I have. I think we might have already done it, but like, let's say you're cooking something that's frozen and you do have a lot of water and you need to still cook. You can take out the water or the grease or whatever and let the temperature of the pan come back up, and then put the water or whatever back in, and that actually helps quite a bit to cook and make it cook faster. I think we did show how to do that. I could be wrong.
Now you could also put this in a little strainer, if you want, and of course that will come out a lot quicker.
Right, so now we need to just assemble our dip. Alright, so we drain the grease, or the fat, or the water, or the oil, or whatever the hell we did. Now my mom is gonna add the onion soup mix. 1 package of onion soup mix. Now, onion soup mix and beef, I feel, are some of the best friends you can get. That and Worcestershire with beef, it really makes beef taste better. It's lovely. But yeah, so this onion soup mix is really, really good. And like I said before, preheat your oven to 350 degrees.
Okay, what I'm also going to do is I'm going to take my cream cheese.
Which has been soft.
We let it get soft.
Yeah.
So it's easier to work with and melt. Because if you take it straight out of the refrigerator, it's going to take longer to melt down.
And what, are you going to put that right in there too?
I am, and what I'm going to do though is I'm going to just break it up into chunks.
Yeah, it makes it more manageable.
You could even make chunks while it's really cold and just put it in a bowl.
But yeah, this meat dip, obviously, if you're lactose intolerant or whatever,
you better take a couple of
lactate pills, because oh boy. So yeah, and you might think to yourself, ugh, cream cheese and meat, but no, trust me, this is gonna be good. It's a nice thick kind of dip. It's really, really good. And you really need some real nice hearty chips when you eat it. Like, and nowadays they have like pita chips, bagel chips, pretzel chips, all kinds of chips. All kinds of chips. So now my mom's just gonna kind
of mush it a little.
Yeah, integrate everything together.
And you can see the cream cheese is, nice and soft to work with. So there's no heat on now.
Yeah.
This is just the heat from the meat being warm, cooked.
In the pan, obviously, and it's still a little warm too. Yeah, this was a classic. We used to eat this all the time, and then, my brother, he kind of like was doing his own thing, and he really didn't make this as much as he used to. But yeah, it's still a classic.
And of course, with you can use this for the holidays.
Yeah,
because the game day is coming up.
Yeah, Super Bowl.
Everybody's looking for something different to use.
Oh, you're gonna put that right in here too?
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna throw that all together?
I'm actually gonna put the meat in. Okay, so we're adding our meat
into the cheesy mixture that is 100%.
You know what I bet you would be really good with this as well?
What?
Is some sauteed caramelized onions.
Oh yeah, I was thinking diced onions would be good. Like to add more onion flavor to this onion soup mix.
But it would have to be all sauteed.
Right.
Nice caramelized onions. Oh man, that would be delicious.
Yeah, and the nice thing about this dip too is, like, once again, if you do love meat and you do love cheese, this is kind of like the classic dip for you, because each bite that you're gonna get a nice chunk of cheese, you're gonna get a nice chunk of meat, and it's all good. So my mom is gonna put about half of the container, which again is 8 ounces out of the 16-ounce container. I think they sell an 8-ounce container.
They do sell a smaller one, and they sell a bigger one.
And we are using the light sour cream, so if you want to go...
Not that it makes a heck of a lot of difference.
I don't think it does. But if you're going hardcore, go ahead and use the heavy one, or like they have heavy. Just use the regular one if you want. You could also use, so this recipe calls for Monterey Jack, but you could, I'm sure you can get away with different types of cheeses if you want to do 2 different blends. So I would definitely keep a Jack in there, and then maybe like a cheddar or something. You can, once you get down this recipe, that's the nice thing about recipes too, is once you get it down, and then you can change it to your will and do what you want with it. So we're just going to mix this up, get everything incorporated, and then we're going to throw it in the oven, once again 350 degrees.
Until it's bubbly.
Yeah, bubbly, and we'll show you what it looks like when it comes out, how long it should take. Probably about 20 minutes, maybe a half hour. Really depends on if the cheese wants to cooperate.
Yeah, and you know, you would normally do this either in one of these disposable pans, especially if you're bringing it somewhere.
Yeah.
Or it most likely a Pyrex
Yeah, like something,
dish that
non-stick.
oven safe.
Because more than likely, we're just gonna chuck this this tin dish when we're done with it. So once again, throw it in the oven. See when it comes out. Okay, so the dip is out.
We just pulled it out and it was bubbling when we pulled it out, and as you can see, it's got a little bit of a brown on the top. So this is done.
This was about 35 minutes. Now, the thing about this is, once again, we did say it is good to eat warm, and probably not very hot like right now. So let it cool and
just slightly.
yeah, just for like a couple minutes, and then we can eat.
Okay, so we have some corn chips.
Yeah, you could use whatever.
Scoopers, you could use whatever you like.
Pretzel chips, and yeah, see, it's kind of thick.
But you want it to be able to scoop up,
Yeah,
you know.
Definitely the bowl chips are probably the best ones to use. So there's the consistency, and we're gonna taste them in just a moment.
Okay, so here we are with a plated dip.
As you can see, nice and cheesy, nice and meaty, and actually a good amount of onion in it too, like a good flavor. Now, this is what it'll definitely stick to the chip. It's not gonna run. It's not very runny.
And this dip is really good if it needs to be reheated. You can. I remember when my son would make it, he'd have it for a couple of days, and when he'd come home from college, he'd pop it in the oven, warm it up, and eat it.
Yeah, it's almost like a sour cream and onion kind of chip with meat in it, because it's got sour cream, it's got that onion mix. It's just really, really good.
And as I said, if you like it a little spicier, you can add some hot sauce or
Hot pepper flakes.
flakes in it as well.
So, you know, you get the cheesiness, the creaminess, the onionness, the sour creaminess. There's really, and meat. Where can you go wrong? So, this is a great dip to have for your Super Bowl party. So, I've been Pete, or Kenshin1913, along with
Mom.
And this has been another Cooking with Kenshin1913.
Enjoy and happy eating.